Welcome to another episode of the Every Theme Podcast. I'm your host, Spenser O'Neill. That's Michael McCarley, and this is our guest, Jon Berry. Today's theme of the podcast is we're podcasting, but we disagree on everything.
I want you to be happy, man.
Oh, okay.
But I don't want you to ever lie to me or anyone. You should tell the truth constantly, no matter what the cost.
I disagree. I
Jesus
have to disagree.
Berry.
I'm forced to disagree on this. I think you should be honest, 100. Like my honesty. Like if I were to be honest, I would say that like pedophiles are bad people.
I think pedophiles are good people.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's crazy to me because I'm of a staunch belief that pedophiles are terrible people and that he probably should even be killed.
I'm not sure that they should be killed. They should definitely be on an island together with
Kids.
a few kids. But not.
I have to vehemently disagree with this. Next, you're going to tell me you think Hitler's good because I think he's terrible. I am not a fan of Hitler. If you were to ask me, Spencer, who are you a fan of? Never would I say Hitler.
When it comes to Hitler,
I like Hitler.
You like Hitler?
Yeah.
I was gonna say
He did good work.
What do you like about him specifically?
Efficient. Stayed true to his goals.
How do you get inspired?
I don't get inspired.
That's not true.
It is true.
I've seen you.
I've never been inspired by anything in my life. Everything I do is logical and mathematical. There's no inspiration. It just is what it is, and that's how I live my life.
I don't think that's true. You seem like a little teddy bear.
I don't know what being a teddy bear would have to do with how I find
Little
inspiration.
cushiony. You're not that
My
hard.
weight has nothing to do with my inspiration. I don't find muse in like donuts.
You're not inspired by cheesecake?
Yes, I am.
I use the inside of my thighs to check my nuts for cancer.
Okay, I don't do that. I actually don't check for cancer ever.
You've never once?
I have a fear of finding cancer.
Oh, yeah.
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 One time I walked into a cancer ward, and there was a bunch of bald people, and somebody was like, "Who do you think has cancer?" And I was like, "Not even gonna try. I'm terrified of figuring it out."
You wouldn't feel the titties of the men and the balls?
I don't even let dogs sniff me just in case they happen to be a cancer sniffing dog.
There's no such thing as a cancer sniffing dog. That's a myth. It's a fallacy.
My mother got cancer that way.
A dog gave her cancer?
A dog sniffed her and gave her cancer.
Your mother was a liar.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Again, it goes back to me being all for honesty, and my mother, it stems from she inspired me to be honest.
So your mother is your inspiration.
No, not necessarily. Apologize to our audience. I didn't realize Jon Berry was going to be so disagreeing when I pitched him this idea for this themed episode.
You didn't pitch. You just, hey, this is what we're doing. Like it or not.
No, I didn't. I wrote
Deal
you a
with it.
nice letter. I wrote you a letter. I hand mailed it.
Yeah, but that
Meaning
doesn't...
I didn't use any digital form to mail it. I hand wrote it, mailed it to you, and it said politely, "Does thou ist want to do a podcast where we disagree?" And you initially said no, and I was like, "Well, I can't tell if you're doing the theme now, or if you don't actually want to do it."
That's what this show is called, Every Theme.
The Every Theme Podcast.
I don't think it's a podcast, dude. I think it's
It's more of a web show.
It's a
but
web series.
It's hard to say the Every Theme web series.
Yeah, it sounds kind of stupid.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. It
Yes, it
sounds
does.
great. It's a great idea.
The Everything web series?
Yeah.
No.
It's 100% a really good idea. Who created it? I created it. You wouldn't even know. I don't mean to get off topic, but I think genocide is pretty bad.
It has its merits.
No, it doesn't.
Explain how it has its merits.
If it was just me and a bunch of Korean women in the earth, I would be kind of fine with that.
I don't think you would be.
Korean women would obviously consider me their leader, and I would be able to kind of reign supreme.
I've spoken to many a Korean woman, and none of them has ever brought up a Jon Berry.
I mean, this is kind of a perfect scenario dream situation. It's not necessarily anything they know that I'm planning. No, like step one hasn't even taken place yet in terms of the genocide.
The genocide of everybody except for Korean women, so that they can be the only people left on Earth with you as their leader?
I hate to agree with you, but exactly right.
It's pretty hypocritical of you though,
How come so?
because you're not a Korean woman.
Look, I'm not saying that every single person's going to die except for Korean women. I'm saying everyone's going to die except for Korean women and me.
Okay.
Who's going to do the killing?
First of all,
Korean men? Are you going to force Korean men to kill everybody? But because you can trick them into it. Be like, if you kill everybody, then only Korean women are left. But then you trick them into killing each other because you're like, there's too much competition. You got to thin the herd, and then you come and pick off the last of the Korean men.
that's sickening, dude, that you would even consider that.
Michael, what are your thoughts? Because I think Korean women are pretty good. What do you think?
I hate them.
You hate Korean women.
Yeah.
So you and Jon Berry don't see eye to eye on this
No.
at all.
I just hate how they love Jon Berry.
If anybody here genuinely weighs 130, it's me. It's definitely not you.
No, it's not.
100
I weigh at least 130.
You weigh 133 pound bags of sugar.
That would make me 133 pounds.
No. That would make you weigh 130 times 3. Obviously, you're not a Korean woman, or you would know that.
That's not true. I am a Korean woman.
No, you're not.
That's why I wasn't so upset that he was going to kill all the Korean women, because I would still survive.
I can still use my judgment on an individual basis.
So what you're saying is you're going to be racist now and say I'm not a Korean woman?
This has nothing to do with race and everything to do with the fact that...
It has everything to do with race. You don't think I'm a Korean woman. What do you think I am?
Do you think if you and I were left alive, I would be the leader of the Korean nation?
No.
No.
Yeah, you
So
would.
there you go.
I would be, because
Thanks,
I'm a
man.
Yeah.
giant Korean
Yeah.
woman.
If you're not confused, we're not on theme. Jerry Seinfeld would kick your ass.
Jerry Seinfeld will not. I would destroy Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld is a
Seinfeld will eat
mixed
you up.
martial artist.
I would leg kick Jerry Seinfeld into a different religion. He'd become Catholic. That's how hard I'd kick him in his leg.
He would deflect that kick so fast, your head would spin. And then
My
he
head
would
wouldn't
spin your
spin.
head.
My head
make your neck
My head
break.
doesn't even spin. It's incapable of spinning.
Not when you're in a Jerry Seinfeld chokehold.
I'm trying to. So this is the end. Thanks for watching the end of this.
Yeah, thanks for watching
episode.
just the end.
I really like the fans of this show. I'm a huge fan of the fans of this show. What do you guys?
I dislike them.
You don't like the fans of this show?
I think they're smug and arrogant.
I like the fans.
I don't. If I had to take what Michael said, I don't care for you guys one bit. Like and subscribe if you want. I don't care. You pieces of shit. And this is the end of the episode. I've been Spencer O'Neill. This is
Jonathan Michael, a.k.a. Jorn Michael Barry.
That's not his name. It's Jon Berry. And then my co-host over here, Silent McCarthy. No, Michael McCarthy. He's a great co-host. I wish him the best in finding a new job.